against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law.
Wake up! Yep, it's that time again. Vape AM, brought to you by vapers1.com. I'm your host, Anthony Ramella. All right, guys, another day out here, Tuesday, trying to get it done. You know, I'm going to do a couple little different things today. I normally do a little bit of history, so we're going to do a little bit of history for you this morning, but I don't have any birthdays for you today. I looked around, nobody that I really wanted to talk about today, so we're going to do some history and then move on to some news. All right, guys, this morning, first things first, I do want you to know about the website. I don't talk about this every day because I really don't like shameless plugs all the time, but vapers1.com is a fantastic website. This is a group of people that have 6 stores in the Northern Ohio area that also have a website. Every one of their employees really does a phenomenal job. They work very, very hard to make sure that you can stop smoking, that you have the stuff that you need to stop smoking. They will walk you through the process of being able to get a new device. And the cool thing is that you get 30% off as a new customer at a vapor store. It's a rewards program that we have, and we want to help first-time people to not have to spend hundreds of dollars to be able to do this. I mean, literally most people can get out the door for 50 or 60 bucks and have everything they need to get rolling. Then after that, all you're looking at is, you know, like the liquids and the coils that you have to replace, or the pods, depending on what kind of system you get. Now, for those of you that aren't from the Northern Ohio area, we haven't forgot about you. If you go to vapers1.com, they actually have a rewards program there too, and I think you get 20% off of your first purchase there as well, plus free shipping over $35. So this is a win-win all the way across the board. So do me a favor so I can keep doing these shows. Go over to vapers1.com, or if you, like I said, if you live in the Northern Ohio area, if you go to vapers1.com, you can see the locations and find which one is going to be closer to you. But guys, I know a lot of the people that work at the stores watch this show, and I really, really appreciate everything you do for us every day. You guys just kill it. Without you, I can't do what I do, so I really appreciate it. So anyway, let's get on with the rest of the show. So let's do a little history today. This was an interesting thing. I don't necessarily think this is really vape related, but you can kind of see a little bit of the correlation. In 1943, a mob of 60 from the Los Angeles Naval Reserve Armory beat up everyone that was perceived to be Hispanic, starting the week-long Zoot Suit riots. So those of you that thought that the Zoot Suit riot was just a Cherry Poppin' Daddy song, I need you to see this as being something that is really wrong. You know, in that time period, they probably thought this was the right thing to do because of this mob mentality. And what I see is it seems like America has this mob mentality when it comes to vaping. They don't really understand it. They don't want to take the time to be educated about it. So they're just letting someone who looks to be in charge make this decision for everybody. And I need you guys to understand that this is not the way. Cigarettes kill people every day. Vaping, used correctly, has not killed anyone. There really are very few side effects, if any, and there's really no secondhand vapor problems at all. None of those things can be said for combustible tobacco. So just because everybody's doing it doesn't mean it's right. Do your own research and question everything. All right, so let's get on to some Wake and Vape news this morning. I don't have a really long show for you today, but there is a couple of things. You know, this came to me through Twitter the other day, and it got me really, really upset. So the name of this company is called the, I shouldn't say company, it's more of like a youth program. It's called the Omni Youth Program. So they just recently released a video, and it's been trending on Twitter. I actually got it off of Grim Green had posted it the other day. And basically what this is, I don't know exactly how to explain it. And if Drew can, he's going to put it up on the TV for you guys. This looks like to me a organization that helps people out with problems with teenagers. It just seems like that's really what their goal is. So they put this video out, and what it looks like is like a puberty video of like the struggles for going through puberty and how your emotions and things change. And then they just added the vaping stuff in there as the reason why all this is going on. Now, vaping wasn't around when I was a teenager. And no, I wasn't in a one-room schoolhouse, so don't think that. But, you know, it still was the 70s, 80s. You know, I was a teenager during the 80s. So, I mean, there was not this thing around. Now, did I have a bad attitude when I was a teenager? Yeah, I did. I was a rebellious kid. You know, I didn't want to conform to things. And I think that that is something we need to look at. So don't really have a title for this video, but the thing that they actually had on top, which I guess we can call it a title, it says nicotine equals brain damage, which equals relationship damage, which equals grade damage, which equals game damage, which equals friend damage. Okay? I'm trying to figure out how vaping causes game damage. What game are we talking about here? Like you won't be able to play your video games correctly if you don't have your vape products. I mean, this is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. I mean, I honestly think Sarah McLachlan would look at this and go, man, that's a little heavy-handed. You know, there's something definitely wrong with this situation. So this brain poison, as they're trying to make this sound, is absolutely BS. You want to talk about brain poison? Let's talk about energy drinks. Let's talk about Bang. Let's talk about some of these other ones. If you read the ingredients on some of these and actually do some research, if you want to talk about neural toxins, which is what brain poison actually is, the list of things in those are astronomical. Now, any 15-year-old, any 13-year-old with $5 in his pocket can go in and probably buy most of these products at convenience stores or gas stations or even grocery stores and Walmart. Okay, this is something we're not doing any control on. If you want to limit the amount of weirdness that your teenagers are going through, having a high caffeine and then a crash is probably a lot more dangerous than anything else. Now, I'm not saying that teenagers should vape. Let's make that perfectly clear. 18 and above is what I believe. But if we're going to put out a video like this, let's put out the truth about other products that you're really advertising to kids, and let's see which one is actually causing the most damage. All right? So on the exact same website, there is also an article here, and I'm going to read the title. It says, "Brain scans clarify uncontrolled emotions in teenage girls." Okay, seriously? Like, this is actually like one right on top of the other. So which is it? Is vaping causing teenage girls to act crazy, or are teenage girls just act crazy because that's just part of growing up? Teenage boys act crazy too. I'm not beating on you girls. I'm just saying this is kind of ridiculous. So I'm going to read a little bit of that article as well. It says, becoming a teenager means going through a variety of physical and behavioral changes, and in the context of highlighted emotionality. For everyday social functioning, as well as personal, psychological, and mental well-being, it is important for teenagers who are able to recognize, process, and control these emotions. Well, obviously, if their brain scans are showing that they can't control these emotions, that's like saying, don't be stressed. Like, don't worry. Like, if you don't have any control over doing that, then how can you do that? But it's, vaping, or it's just a normal part of life. And I'm starting to lean towards it's probably just a normal part of life, because once I got into my 20s and I settled down, I was nowhere near as rebellious as I was as a teenager. I just wanted to grow up. I wanted to do the things that adults do. Believe that. All right, anyway. This is not an epidemic, okay? This whole youth epidemic thing is just total BS. If you start looking at the statistics, and a few episodes ago, I actually put a link down in my comments because one of the guys had asked where I was getting my statistics from for this BS on the youth vaping epidemic. We're actually looking at about 0.6%, which understandably is still more than it needs to be, but it's nowhere near that 3.5 million teenagers that are underage that are vaping. Okay, this is just a scare tactic to get rid of flavors and to get rid of vaping so that we'll start buying more combustible tobacco products. Okay, don't fall into the lies, question everything, and do your own research. All right, here at Vape AM, it's our goal for everybody to stop smoking or you're gonna die. All right, now you got to get over onto the vapers1.com website, get your I Vape I Vote shirt, get your I Vape I Vote hoodie. If you live in Northern Ohio and you stop by one of our stores, those products are actually on sale at the store level. So if you haven't gotten a shirt yet, or if you want to get a shirt, get in. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you guys, I'm a bigger guy, all right? These shirts are available in the big boy and big girl sizes, all right? And there's no extra cost for the bigger sizes. I said, I don't like that when it happens to me, so we're not going to do it to you either. All right? Guys, I got to get on with the rest of my day. I got plenty of stuff to get done. I got to tell more people about vaping. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.